Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Girl Be Free podcast. I'm your host, Siobhan, where I'm going to inspire and motivate you to show up for yourself. This week, I am loving the app called Tide. That's Tide. And it says on the website, be calm and mindful with nature, sleep, focus, relax, and meditation. And what I really love about this app is that it's great background noise, whether you want to meditate, you want to go to sleep, you want to focus, or you want to relax. And every day it has this a beautiful quote. And then the user face is absolutely beautiful, in my opinion. And what I really love is that there's so many different sounds that you can choose from depending on what mood you're in. So some of my favorites are rain. There's also one ocean, which I absolutely love hearing the ocean in the background. There's also one is cafe, and so you know how you're sitting in Starbucks or you're sitting in a coffee shop, and you can just hear the chatter of other people. You can hear the chair go across the floor. Like they actually have a sound for that, which I think is so cool. And so when you're working by yourself, you're working alone, but you want some background noise, you can just listen to the cafe and feel like you're in a coffee shop. So I really like this app. I've been using it for some time. Can't remember if I shared it before. However, I do want to share it today. And so I will definitely link to it in the show notes. And then I haven't done this in a while, but I do want to share a review with you that came through my DMs on Instagram. And a young lady, she has sent me a message. She goes by underscore Michelle.Rose. And she says, Happy Saturday. I share the Revisit of Mother Wounds podcast on my Facebook page. And what she's referencing is the Motherless Child episode that aired a few weeks ago. And she goes on to say, and someone asked me what I like about your podcast, and here is my answer. She is clear, authentic, she holds you accountable, she gives action steps and follow through. You need pen and paper for every podcast episode, and you will laugh, cry, and have to sit in your own issues. I absolutely love this review because it sums up everything that I want the Girl Be Free listeners to experience when you tune in week after week after week. I definitely am intentional about being authentic and transparent so that way I'm sharing my story, I'm sharing what's working for me, what's not working for me, and then you guys are able to kind of process it and kind of figure some things out for yourself. Definitely accountability is number one for me. So whether you're a coaching client working with me one on one, you're in my inner circle, we work together as a group, or you come to my events, or what have you, like I always want to hold women accountable. And even when you listen to the podcast, this is why I share the action steps every week at the end of the episode, and I'm sharing different things with you is because I want to hold you accountable. And I absolutely love when you guys share your feedback with me, whether you're sharing it on Instagram, you're sharing with me on Facebook, you're sending me an email letting me know how your life is different as a result of tuning in every week and you're doing the work and you're noticing that you're moving forward, even with the little steps that you're taking each day. So I absolutely appreciate this review so much. And again, anytime you want to share your feedback with me, please do so by leaving a comment on Apple Podcasts, a 5-star rating that is. You can shoot me a DM and let me know on Instagram how you feel. You can also leave your comment on any one of the posts that I share. And then you can also leave a message on Facebook or you can send me an email. However, you want to communicate and connect with me, definitely feel free to do so. But I absolutely love hearing what you guys are taking away from the podcast. So, Michelle Rose, thank you so much for that. All right, on to today's episode, which is titled Stop Dumping Your Stuff on People Just So You Can Vent. Now, this is not personal, but yes, it's personal. So I'm not pointing anyone out per se, but this is a pet peeve of mine when people are constantly dumping their negative stuff on you or their drama or what have you, and then they're never doing anything about their situation. When I tell you that cooks my grits, like that bothers me so much because I don't want to be someone's punching bag or dumping bag or just for you to dump all of your drama on me, but yet you're not willing to do anything about it. That's not okay. And specifically is not okay because you're doing it just to make yourself feel better in that moment, but yet you're not willing to show up and take action, what I talk about on this podcast every week. When you're constantly dumping and you're constantly sharing and putting your drama off on someone else with no intention of change is inconsiderate and is selfish. And this is why you never know what somebody else has going on in their life, right? And so every time you hop on the phone with them or you meet them out for lunch or you have a conversation on social and you're constantly sharing the drama and the negativity, you're putting that energy off on someone else. And now they're left to process through your stuff as well as their own stuff. And I don't think that that's fair. When you're constantly complaining, being negative, sharing your drama, and you're not willing to do anything about it, let me tell you, for the other person, that is draining, right? It is almost like they have to carry this heavy weight of your stuff. And then the crazy thing is that because you're not doing anything about it, you're going to come back and do the same thing and they're going to listen to it again and again and again. So now they got to process your stuff on top of their own stuff, and it can be very, very heavy. All right. And again, it's unfair for you to keep dumping your stuff on someone knowing you're not going to do anything to make your situation better. And what happens is that when you dump your mess onto someone else, they are left to process all of your stuff until you're ready to dump again. And listen, I'm telling you, whether you're this person or someone is doing it to you, either way, it's unfair. I'm going to share some practical things, of course, for both, whether you're on the receiving end or you're the person that's giving it. This episode is sponsored by the Motherless Child Guidebook, a sacred space for healing your mother wounds. In this 40-page guidebook, plus video bonuses and much more, I'm going to help you identify your toxic mother patterns, define what a mother wound is and how it's showing up in your everyday life, how do you reparent and mother your inner child, and then lastly, learn what it means to retell your story so that it no longer stirs up pain and you're sharing it from a space of healing. In addition to these topics that I cover, you're also going to get soul writing prompts that's going to help you dig deeper in what has been holding you back from moving forward when it comes to the unhealthy relationship that you have with your mother. You're going to get a curated music playlist that's going to comfort you as you work through the guidebook plus the bonus material. You're going to get affirmations that you can download so you can listen to them wherever you're at. You're going to get a podcast series that's going to help you continue to dig deeper and do the inner work. Also, you're going to get a curated book list. So then that way you have additional resources that will help support you on your journey. All of this is such an amazing project that I have created from my heart that I really want to make space and help women start to heal. Go to themotherlesschild.com. Again, that's themotherlesschild.com to order your copy today. Okay, so I am the type of person who wants to help and make things better. I am the fixer, if you will. I'm the type of person that doesn't want to see anyone suffer or be in pain. If there's something that I can do, I'm going to help no matter what. That's the type of person that I am. I don't like when people constantly say the same thing over and over and over again, and there's no change, there's no action. It's just the same rhetoric day after day. And that gets so old to me because I'm very action based, and because I'm a helper, and because I'm doing the work myself. My focus is to help other people do the work as well. I don't want people just dumping on me just to release themselves for that temporary satisfaction, and then I'm left carrying that. I don't want that. So if you're this type of person that's always dumping your stuff on other people just so you can vent, or you have people in your life that do this, I have some practical things that I want to share with you. If you're the person who is constantly dumping on other people, number one, be honest with yourself and don't say, "Oh, you're not talking to me." No, I really want you to do a self check and think about every time you talk to certain people, is it always drama? Number one, be mindful and considerate of others. Okay? So if you're the person that has a lot going on and you do want to share, check in with the person first. Like, hey girl, how you doing? What's going on? How's your day going? All that. And then ask, can I talk to you about something? Can I share this with you? And see if they have space that they can hold for you in that moment. Number two, take your issues to your journal and or your therapist first. So if it's something really heavy that you've been dealing with for a very long time and you haven't made any progress, journal, okay? Free yourself, get those thoughts on paper and process it that way. And then also reach out to a therapist or professional so then that way you can start to get help as you work through that. I think especially if it's something that you've been dealing with for a long time and you it's really hard for you to move forward, definitely don't hesitate to reach out to a therapist. As it relates to journaling, if you need prompts, of course, if you need writing prompts that's going to help guide you, definitely look into the Free Your Mind journal that I offer because it has specific journal prompts to help you get clarity, to help you feel empowered to take action and to help you shift your mindset. And there's 40 prompts that will guide you so that you can start to get clarity along with writing exercises, affirmations, and coloring pages. So that's the Free Your Mind journal. I'll put the link to that in the show notes if you need it. But definitely start to write things out and start to process what you have going on inside. Number three, reflect and ask yourself, when I have conversations with my friends and my associates, am I always sharing my problems? And am I doing anything about it? And then the part two of this question, do I take into consideration the other person? Do I ask how their day is going? Do I check in with them? Do I pour into them? Right? Do I show them how much I value this relationship, or is it that I'm always dumping my stuff on them? And I really want you to reflect and be honest with yourself, and that's something that you can journal about this week. The fourth thing is, and this is the most important question, whatever you got going on in your life, whether it's a relationship, your career, I don't know, whatever your drama is, ask yourself, am I willing to do something about my situation? And be honest with yourself, right? And if you are willing to do something about it, definitely going back to journaling, seeing a therapist, whatever it is that you need to do to take the next step. And if you're not, be honest with yourself and say, I'm just going to stay in this situation because it's comfortable. I'm afraid, whatever the thing may be. Be honest with yourself. And if you're going to stay in that situation, then you can't keep dumping on people because you're not going to do anything about it. All right. Next, if people do this to you, you have to be the person to know when enough is enough and don't allow people to take advantage of your niceness. All right? Because otherwise, people will keep dumping on you and you will stay stuck and stagnant in your own life and you won't be able to progress and move forward because here you are always helping this person get out of their mess and you're not taking time to move forward in your own life. And then, number two, set clear boundaries and let the person know how you feel. All right? Let them know that it's not okay to keep sharing or keep passing on all of this negative energy and they're not willing to do anything about it. And a boundary that you can set, like, because of course we want to be there for our friends and we want to help and we want to support, let them know they have a period of time that they can share. So whether you want to give them 2 minutes, 5 minutes, or what have you, this is what I have to listen to X, Y, and Z. After that, the conversation has to change, right? But you just don't want to be someone's sounding board for their drama all the time. Number three, and this is the most important thing, you have to protect your energy at all times. And everybody cannot take up space in your life. Protect your energy by any means necessary. And if you know that every time when this certain person calls you or when they come over, that is going to be draining for you, you're going to have to set a healthy boundary for yourself. So then that way you're not, again, being someone's dumping ground, if you will. So I hope that that is helpful, whether you're the person on the dumping end or you're the person on the receiving end. This is not to point blame. This is not to make anybody feel bad. It's just to identify and acknowledge whatever part you play in the friendship or in the relationship, that you want it to be healthy, right? And we want to give people the same type of respect and the same type of love that we will want given to us. And you don't want to be the person that's always dumping your mess on other people just so you can vent. And you don't want to be the person that's always receiving somebody else's mess and you can't move forward. So this week, your action step is to download your free copy of 101 plus resources every woman needs to live her best life. If you are ready to live your best life, which I know you are, this free resource guide, hands down, another thing that I'm very, very proud of, another project, if you will, where I've listed websites, podcasts, music, you name it, everything that you need to live your best life. It's a resource guide with over 101 resources all in one place. So all you gotta do is click the link in the show notes to download your copy today. If you love it, make sure you tell me about it on social media so I'll know. Share the link with your friends so they can download it as well. And this will be a great resource for you no matter what stage you're at in your life. As always, thank you so much for your support. I'm going to continue to say that every single week. I have a BeFree Meetup coming up on Saturday, September 21st. There are still tickets available, so if you have not got your ticket yet, please make sure you do so. You can go to BeFreeMeetup.eventbrite.com to get your ticket. I'm so excited that our featured caterer for this particular session is Urban Sweetness, which she also goes by Vegan Vicky, and she's going to prepare some delicious vegan food for us, which I'm super duper excited. So she actually shared the menu with me. So I'm going to share that with you. We're going to have cauliflower wings with different sauces. I'm super excited about that. Jalapeno popper dip and vegan BLT. So everything that she's going to serve is going to be vegan. She also said there will be fruit flavored water. So I'm super duper excited to share that urban sweetness with Vegan Vicky at the BeFree Meetup. So if you have not got your ticket yet, go ahead and get your ticket. The BeFree Meetup is where women gather together to make meaningful, genuine connections and have inspiring conversations. This session is all about sisterhood and friendship, and it's going to be a dynamic conversation on what sisterhood really means, how we all can be better friends in our relationships with others, and so much goodness. So make sure you get your ticket at befreemeetup.eventbrite.com. That link will be in the show notes. Again, if you're enjoying these episodes, this podcast, Girl Be Free, make sure you let me know by taking a picture of the podcast and sharing it in your IG stories, sharing it in your feed, tagging me at BeFree Project so that I can take a look. And as always, you can leave your comments on Apple Podcasts. You can DM me, email me, all the jazz. You'll always find everything that you need from each episode in the show notes. Thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, girl, be free.